today we are going with the GD discussion. For today's the GD topic is how ethical leadership is beneficial in business practices. This topic was taken by Tapmi in 2024 in their GD. And where? How ethical. Okay, since it's 8, so I think we shall begin it now. As today topic is how ethical leadership is beneficial for business practices. So what I actually believe from this point that yes, really um, the ethical leadership is actually very much beneficial for being be, for being the enhancement of business practices. And secondly, I would like to say that how it would be helpful. So firstly, with the help of ethical leadership, it would be helpful for the effective growth for the long term growth of the business. Firstly, and secondly, that it would be beneficial for guiding the. Am I audible? Okay, yes, it will be beneficial for guiding the people and maintaining the teamwork in a proper right direction with a proper discipline approach. These was the major 2 pointers I would like to say.
I agree. And I think, especially in this era where the market has changed from being product centric to consumer centric, the consumers not only see if the product is good or if it's very attractive, it also sees how the company owners and stakeholders act uh, for the society. Like if we talk about CSR, even if the product is okayish, but they see that the company has less carbon footprint or maybe things like that. Maybe they provide employment to women in rural areas. Consumers are more inclined towards those kind of companies. So ethical leadership is like obviously it's a very good sales and company reputation booster for any organization.
Yeah, I think ethical help in the leadership for the building a trust to the employee as well as customers also. So it's a beneficial for the long run of a company. So it's a mandatory for, no, we can't say the mandatory. We can say that it is a necessity for the company to run smoothly. So it should be ethical decision on that. Thank you.
Yes, I agree with Aryan's point. And as per my point of view, I think that in terms of legal perspective, like it also reduces corruptions, and also it always help for a business to uh, suffer for a long period of time, and it also increases the profit of the business by this all things, because as we know that if someone is doing all the legal practices, so it will always face less corruption and legal interference of government as well as other policies. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree with Arju's point, like what she said. Like, I think when a leader leads its team with fairness and honesty, I think it leads to it reduce corruption, and also it leads to fairness, and it reduce cheating and unethical practices within the organization. So company follows like honesty, and employee work with honesty, and they follows fairness.
I am agree with your point, and I want to add one point that uh, when the leaders behave properly, so the employees also follow the behavior as a leader will do. So it will somehow focus that or it will show their teamwork and uh, improve the cooperation of their work.
However, true with everyone, but somehow if the ethical leadership extended to an unethical practices, firstly, and second, then what the impact will be there, and secondly, that if the leader means if in terms of ethical leadership some unethical practices are being done, then it may also impact the business for specific ways. Impact.
Okay, so I want to say one point like ethical businesses attract good investor and talented employees and also genuine customer. Okay. Like everyone prefer a ethical business, a good value and reputation.
I, I want to say ethical leadership is beneficial in business practices. Firstly, if leaders follow ethics and morals, then their employees too. The best example of it is the Tata Group. So their leadership and top management follows every ethics and rules. So their employers are too honest and disciplined and all in all criteria. And second, it builds a strong brand image. So yeah, so ethical leadership is beneficial in business practices, I think.
Yeah, everyone mentioned that ethical leadership is beneficial, but we have to also discuss about the negative aspect of ethical practices in the companies. Like it according to me, it's create a if any company doing ethical practice, so it's a high cost management system. Like that there's a process of management, upper level, lower level, so the cost of the management will be a higher, and decision making may be a slow. Like if there's a layers in the decision making, so it create a barriers for the any new ideas. It's create take longer time as compared to others. And now we know that we have a competitive markets in India, so maybe the competitor will be a chance to implement these ideas as faster than you. That should be a negative impact according to me. If anyone have, you can share also.
Yeah, I agree that there could be a one or two negative impacts of practicing ethical leadership always, because yeah, obviously it will be more costly and it will be more time consuming, since in an ethical leadership mostly the leaders take in the opinions of their team members. But at the same time, if we look at it from a broader perspective, it is only like if we look at it for a short term period, only then is it non beneficial. But if we look at it from a long term perspective, like if I give an example, Tata, so it's a very big conglomerate and it is so much renowned. It's such a renowned organization. Why? Because over the generations, they have not done even a single unethical practice. There might be a one or two, but that is because of red tapeism, because of the lower officials, not because the CEO or the owner does so. So, and we all know about the CSR that Tata does. I've been to one Sanand plant in Gujarat in Tata. So they have such a big campus wherein they have tried to preserve the extinct and nearly endangered species of flora and fauna as a CSR initiative. So, I mean, yeah, there are some disadvantages of ethical practices, but in the long run, it is always beneficial for the company, for the society, and for the people and consumers.
Yes, I agree with Pari's point. And I just wanted to add on one point that most of the investors are also preferring those companies and startups which are being ethical and doing ethical practices. And as per me, I think that being ethical is nowadays is not an option. It's a great strategy, because as we know that this is a social age, like this new age is very socially active. So being unethically would cost you a lot, because there are few examples, like there are many examples in front of us, that if they are doing a single mistake in their business or doing one unethical problem, immediately their stocks, their customers review, everything gets shattered. So I think being ethical is very strategic thing and great for the firm. And it also drawn its attention towards environment as per you mentioned. So this was my point of view. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to sell your products, then you have to be ethical. If you are unethical, then why someone will buy your product?
See,
Yeah, Natik, but I don't think like that. We know that we have examples of a company, Adani. We know that they are unethical, but we still buy a product because we don't think about the management leadership, they are ethical or not. We are just thinking about the uh, cost of the price or the quality of the price. That does not impact the leaders are ethical or not, I think.
I think that is true for some part of the market, but not all. And that, and also like some part, by some part, I mean the people who believe in buying cheaper and they don't want to pay for quality.
I would like to say one pointer as Pari mentioned that I would yes due to means with the help of some and some of the companies use unethical practices and this may lead for their profit maximization and also their products are at a cheaper rate as also Aryan mentioned. So that pointer yeah, and somehow in the world or in the economy somehow it may lead to reduce the inequality in the economy because poor people would not go with a proper brand image or proper ethical practices. They would focus on the convenient goods. I think the Aryan pointer as Aryan mentioned that whole company is using unethical practices. Yes, in nowadays they are using, but they are not showing that on the paper or on the official record. They are on backend means yes they are not showing that they are just pretending that they are doing the ethical practices but they are not. We all know because in the corruption world economy anything could be possible, anything could be means these activities are being going on, but on paper we have to show and we have to analyze that yes they are doing on a ethical practice means they are focusing on a good aspect. Coming to the
Yeah,
Hindenburg
Hindenburg is
report.
a private agency. Like there are many agencies like Hindenburgs, like in India, in other country also. They are trying to poke a knock on the uh, any industry like.
Okay, so why do you think the agencies do so? I think it's a very obvious answer if we think from the business point of view. They do so that they get something from that company that they are, you know, saying bad about. So it's like in business there is nothing called as 100% ethical. It's about how much ethical you are, and I think that is the main differentiator. No company can survive without doing some or the other unethical practice, and especially in this era. So the question here was never that being 100% ethical is the right choice or not. It's about you can do how much like you can afford. It's I mean you get the point, right?
yes true buddy. On conclusion I would like to see yes the ethical leadership are really being important and beneficial for the business practices because as you all mentioned that it as Natik mentioned that it would really helpful in the expansion of brand means for the greater development of firstly goodwill and secondly it would be helpful for the brand development of the company to enhance their new products for in the market within a shorter span of time and extend and grow the company and the business for a longer period of time with proper approach. Anyone have better conclusion want to say anything? Okay, coming to the feedback. Okay, coming serially. So, firstly, starting with Padi, it was good, really no issue. Everything was good. Second, it was Arju. Yes, good, no issue. Again, everyone was good pointer with Naitik. Started with brand image, but also little bit nervous and confused. Again, a little bit. Not as like earlier, but a little bit. It will gradually improve. No issue. Again. Okay. Anup was little bit confused. Good. Aryan, yes. Coming to Aryan. Rather, everyone was good. Aryan, majority of the pointers. Firstly, you started as business ethical for the leadership. It may be somehow it was ethical for the leadership, not matching with your sentence. I forgot the sentence, but it was not matching with your. The matching word was ethical leadership.